This is something we see often, blown shocks. It's got a single cam Vtec motor in there. Little on each side.
Call him now.
Wow. Look at that. This one is next. This one is done. This is what the suspension looks like. So what you're looking for is anything wet. Basically looks like an oil leak because these shocks are oil filled. So if you see oil coming out of your shock, it's usually the indication that it's blown. It's not the front ones. I believe it was the back one. So that's what you're looking at. I'll kind of just show you this just so you can check on yours. There it is. You see how wet it is, and it's just dripping everywhere. So the shock is kind of like part of the rebound of the shock, so it doesn't spring back too fast. It has like a cushion to it. Best way to describe it. That was dry. So it's just one, but again, 100 and gajillion thousand miles. And then we have some really nice mint ones right here. This car is here for a soft top, which is just being installed right now. That's the new Robbins top. Just closed it for the first time. See how tight this sucker is. I mean, it's like literally like a drum. But nice car. Tops go along the way, just making the car look nicer. When the top's all raggedy, it makes the whole car look raggedy. Nice fresh top just makes all the difference, and of course makes the car just look that much nicer. We're just going to go ahead and put the interior back together, wipe it off. This one is getting the UK mod too, which if you haven't seen that before, we'll show you that along the way. Maybe give you a couple of sound clips. OEM Plus t-shirts I put on sale because we're getting ready to come out with our new blue ones again. So you guys that like the blue, it's coming back. OEM Plus, that's our theme. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. If you didn't know that, that is the 4 cycles of a 4-stroke engine, the one that is in most cars running around today. That's something that's always fascinated me. Most people are amazed when you tell them how a 4-stroke engine works. They have no idea. This kind of breaks it down and shows you exactly. Watch this little demonstration just so you can feel like you know a little bit more about your engine than the next guy. I did show this temperature gauge a long time ago. I bought this when I first came to the US in 1993, and I kept it all this time. We used to call this the feels good temperature because it felt like it had a sticking point, and it used to stick at about 85-ish. So it never really dropped much below 80 and never really went by 90, so we called it the feels good temperature. Well, when Sebastian came to work with us, he picked this brush up, knocked that off the wall, it hit the ground, cracked, and then from then it's been accurate. So it's no longer the feels good, it's the that's what it is. Top is done, interior's back in. We have the fans on full because it's hot. Let's just get a sound clip of stock exhaust right now. So as you hear, very, very quiet. If you hear it over the fan, we have the fan blasting today. It is so hot. So hot and humid. But you can kind of get an idea. You want to rev it a little bit? As you hear, almost no sound at all. So let's get this on the lift. That is just a massive transformation. A big storm just came through, and the temperature just dropped that quick. We put it outside just to see it.
In about an hour, where are we at? We're at 99.
It was 99, it's now at 86.
86.
It's actually on its way back up. It did drop to 85.
This shows the error.
Look how clear your camera is. Look how clear that is. That is stupid clear. This is George's phone, by the way. iPhone 17. This is a 17 before you're even supposed to have it.
That's actually an 18. I jumped the line.
Nice fresh tip. Nice fresh mufflers. And that is the UK mod piece right here. This is all new ceramic coat. Tip goes on, makes just a big contrast.
That guy's there.
There you can see, you can't, my phone would have warned me of that. So look how nice that looks.
It's still in beta testing. So.
Yeah, well, next update. Look how nice that looks. All right, look how nice the top looks in this camera too. All right, I'm gonna do a cold start it. You guys ready for this? Just an immediate difference. This is a really good option when you're looking for a little bit of sound, but you don't want the drone, you don't want it annoying. This makes almost zero sound. cruising, by the way. It's more noticeable when you're on the throttle, or obviously cold start, like right now. But cruising, almost no additional sound at all, so it's not going to annoy you. If you're on hands-free, talking to your passenger, it's still going to be useful. Let's get it up to temperature. We'll get some more sound clips for you. What a difference. It's just amazing how much difference it actually makes without being over annoying. And based on what we're seeing, these exhausts on these cars that don't really make much power at all. Supercharger doesn't really make power until you get to mid to upper 400s. There's very little power in it. Turbo car, completely different story. But naturally aspirated, there's not much in it. It's just a nice, subtle increase. All right, there it is. This one's done. Call the customer, get this one out to him. On to the next. A CRX that just got dropped off, and look at this. This is almost like a shock nowadays. It's got a single cam Vtec motor in there, so it's got a crank pulley wobble. This is an aftermarket crank pulley. All right, ready when you are. Yeah, it is wobbling. Yeah, so it's aftermarket. It's a new one, but with the amount of shake, it will just destroy a belt. It could damage the engine if it's got a bad vibration in there. I mean, it almost looks like it might be an optical illusion. Looks like the cam gear is moving. Let me do that in slow-mo. Yeah. Yeah, which we've seen that before.
That there.
You could see it more so when you were cranking it before it actually started. You can see the wobble to it.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's that bad if you do that.
Yeah. So we have that, and we have trimming on bushings to do, but let's address this first. So it's only one belt, so this is actually fairly straightforward. We usually have the AC compressor on the front.
Yeah, look at all the room. It's still a single cam in here.
Yeah, it's just so funny to see a single cam in a CRX these days. It's almost like a complete circle. This is it that just came off it. Well, if you've ever seen this kind of crank pulley, this section here is rubber, so it's essentially two pieces, and these are like bonded together with like a heavy-duty rubber.
Vulcanized.
Vulcanized, which means cured, right?
I think Star Trek made it.
Actually, Steve once told me that. He goes, you know what RTV stands for?
I don't. We're going to just leave everyone hanging here right now?
No, I'm going to tell you.
Okay,
so I'll tell you at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Tune in.
Stay tuned for the credits.
This actually looks, why have to put it on a better surface? This actually looks, oh, there we go, it's better. So that's what could actually happen, is this bond can become loose. This can actually press out. This can separate. This is the part that attaches to the crank. This is the part that the belt's attached to. You see that? And the rubber is the isolator to help isolate vibration. Some of the more expensive crank pulleys, this will have a really thick section right here, and sometimes there will be fluid filled, hence fluid emperor.
Yeah.
So there it is. This is, I don't know whose it is. I mean, I'm not even going to go into it. It doesn't matter.
We don't know anything about it.
We don't care. This is the one he supplied. It's a used OEM one, so most likely it'll be the better option. And these are the trailing arm bushings that he has supplied. We'll show you what his look like. The hard race. There's the part number if you're doing it yourself. We did double check it to make sure it fits. They're all pretty much the same. Nice thing about Honda, I found a trailing arm bushing the lake, and everybody gets it. So let's put this on first. We'll start her up. Fingers crossed that fixes it. We got yay, we got cheers, we got nice. Which one do you want? I'll give you a choice.
It's whatever.
Well, you know what? I'm probably the most English here. I should probably get cheers, mate.
Yeah, you should get cheers. And
Yeah, I did 23 years.
I feel like I act the most English with the way I do things. But
You do. I think you have a bit of English in you somewhere.
It's
Nice.
closest to me.
all right.
And I feel like
I'll have yay.
Yay! Esther says that a lot.
Oh, way to go to
Should
spill
say
it.
spill.
It just came right out the top. You can't spin the ice right away.
All right, Esther. It's a family channel.
It's
Poor
light ice.
George.
Thank you so much for giving us
Poor
coffee
George.
cars, guys. Hopefully you enjoy our videos. Is that you? Amazon?
It's Amazon.
It's not a brown truck.
This way.
This way. Say it so you can't hear you, Esther. Thank you, guys.
Sorry.
This is one of the bushings that was in this. Very different from what we usually see. It's an aftermarket one already. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it's kind of like one of those Del runs that's in like a solid piece. Anyway, this is the first one out. We'll just put the hard race one back in. We're doing the other side right now. We'll show you what that looks like. It's this guy right here, if you've never seen one before. And like I say, it's pretty much the same on most Hondas. It presses in, but yeah, definitely a different one to what we've seen in the past. Taking the old one out is always the easiest, so it comes from inside out. It's a taper fit. Putting them back in, you got to use a press, but essentially just a little on each side. This is our new bushing, and you see the hard race one, it mimics the OEM one. It's just stiffer and it doesn't have as much air holes around it, basically like the flexi area. Now, these are still our favorite bushings. I have them in the S2000 all the way through, and it is a terrific piece. So always note, you see there is a long side and a short side. Look at your old one before you knock it out, so you don't put this in wrong, because obviously it's not going to fit, and this will essentially go into the flush area right here.
And also, that one's thicker than that one.
The most critical part is making sure this starts straight. If it starts going crooked, it will fight you all the way. So take your time, get it set up in the press right, look around, measure it, make sure it's not going off to one side.
I think it's because you pulled the camera up. This one's actually going pretty straight.
Well, they always got really good on camera.
Yeah.
If they don't, you edit it out. That's the power of YouTube. So that noise right there.
Don't edit that sound out. Make it louder.
No, I will increase that.
Attention headphone users.
That is the friction of this. So you can put a little bit of WD-40 around it. So right now we're gonna get that so it's flush. Right there, beautiful.
We need to pull the camera out on all these. That went way better than the last one.
All right, let's run it and check this, and then I'll do a slow-mo too. Yeah, that looks much, much better. Try and get it in a better place. Do a slow-mo for you. Yeah, everything checks out. Just gonna test drive it, make sure there's nothing going on. I'd recommend you let the car settle for a couple of days of driving, and then most likely do an alignment again, let everything settle where it needs to be, and then a final alignment. Look how clean it is with that little motor in there. That's so cool. All right, CRX is good, everything is smooth. Still recommend an alignment, but I think this is a really good car. Actually drove really nice. So, on to the next one. I'm not going to say your last name in case you don't want us to say it, but I guess, do you want me to go first because I have the biggest box?
Oh, sure.
Big box.
Get that one out of the way.
One last ride. I'll walk. Look at that.
Look at that.
That's like the whole scene right there. Yeah.
That is this famous
That is sweet.
house. Look at that. All right, George.
This is one of those movies that even if you've seen it 1,000 times, if it comes on TV, you watch it.
Let me use this for packing in the store orders.
Yeah.
Do I rip or on tape?
You rip.
You definitely rip.
Legos.
This part is going to go really, really fast. Oh, look at that.
Wow, that is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
That is sweet.
I'll build some Legos.
Well, let's cut
Which
the tape
one is
right
that
there.
one? That's the
All right, guys, I'll see you later. Let's cut the tape. That is sweet. All right, Esther.
Let's see.
This
I
part's
got
going
a
to be sped up.
sticker.
Nice.
Actually, I got 2 stickers.
2 stickers.
I am the Stig. That's me.
That would actually be good. Sweet.
I mean, a koozie. I'm
Thank
sorry.
you so much.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Ryan.